How's your squash going? That was John and Fiona practicing last week's program, cross-court drive and boast.
And before we come on to this week's program, let's remind ourselves of the important points that we learnt last week.
Facing the sidewall, playing the ball in front of the leading knee, open shoulders on follow-through, hit the ball wider and deeper to move your opponent away from the tee.
And on the boast, remember that you've got to turn to play the ball. Be prepared to face the back wall when the ball comes to you very wide. Bend your knees, get the racket back early, and hit the ball in front of the leading foot. And get underneath the low balls.
We start this week's lesson with a serve. There are two kinds of serves to concentrate on: the hard serve and the lob serve. There are many people who do not place enough importance on the serve, but a good serve will force your opponent into a weak return, therefore giving you the upper hand. If you put a bad serve, it gives your opponent an easy return, and he could put you in a difficult position and take control of the tee.
And I think we should point out here, Hiddy, that a good serve should have two characteristics. Firstly, it must be of a good length, and secondly, it should be directed into the side wall just in front of your opponent.
Now I'm going to demonstrate to improve your serve. So, must remember to face the side wall and 1 foot in the service box. And the main aim is to put the ball about 2 feet below the out of court line and aim to get ball right deep into the side wall of the backhand corner. So there, you just take underarm and pull back. Racket face should be slightly open for a lob serve, and aim is to get the ball into the side wall, especially the people against you playing who can't volley very well. It's very important to play against them, because they let the ball go into the back corner, and with the speed of the ball, he stops in the back corner and puts them in a difficult position. Ball ko chhod. For a hard serve, I personally use overhead shot. I'm trying to aim just about a foot above the service line and aim to get the ball right back into the side wall on the left-hand side. Forcing my opponent to give me a weaker return. This serve I normally use against the people who cannot volley very well, and I force them to let the ball go back into the back corner and force them to play a boast on me and put me in a good position to get in the front and play a winner on it. Well, that was a hard serve from the forehand side. So let's try from the backhand side. Now this time, you're facing the forehand side wall. And same, you take your left foot out of the service box, but now you're putting slightly spin into the ball. To get it towards the side wall. Very much the same basis on the lob serve. You keep the racket face open, but this time you're facing the opposite wall, and your main aim is to get the ball into the side wall of the forehand side and forcing a weaker return from your opponent. Well, that was the lob serve. So let's try hard serve. Very much the same basis, except you're taking this serve from overhead and trying to aim to hit the ball into the side wall The back of the court of the other side. Well, Zach, I hope you learned something what I was doing earlier on the serve. Let's try how you're going to do that. So you're going to try to do a lob serve first. Try to get ball back to the deep into the back corner in the sidewall. So your aim should be just about 2 feet below the outer line. Get back into the back corner. Now more deep, try to get into the sidewall. Try to get into the sidewall. Now, it's too hard. You're trying to do a lob serve. Nice and low. That's better. Deeper, a little bit more deep. All right. Now get it deeper. Get it deeper. A bit better. It's got to get into the sidewall. That's a bit better. For a hard serve, it's very hard. I mean, your aim is, if you hit it hard, try to get the ball just behind there. Just there. So when it hits the sidewall hard one, go back into the back corner. Into the sidewall. Into the sidewall. Just behind the service ball. That's better. Thanks, Eric. Let's see, Fiona. How are you going to do that one? It's okay. Try. Just try to aim towards the sidewall. Move your body with it. That's better. That's much better. A little bit side into the sidewall. That's much better. Bit higher, a little bit higher. That's the best one. See, this kind of serve will force your opponent, you have to play a boast. Because he cannot play a winner on you, on that kind of serve. That's better. Let's try a few hard serves now. I try to get just with the correct line just above the center. Trying to get it back. It's good. It's a very good serve. It's a very good serve. Well, it doesn't look like any problem with your services there. You've been hitting it much better. That's very good. Pamela, I'm going to try a few lob serve and say I'm just about 2 feet behind. Just, sorry, under the line. Okay? Aim to put back into the corners, sidewall. Try to put, don't hit, just as like you're playing a lob shot. You know, just putting up there. Instead of you trying to jerk it with it, you're putting body weight into it. That's better. Now, move your body with it. Get it a bit higher, a bit higher. That's better. That's much better. Go a little forward. Just about there somewhere. That's better. You got to put one foot in the service box. Go forward a little bit. Get it higher a little bit, more high. Now, see, you're putting also, you must remember, don't put the foot on this line, because it's going to be called foot fault. So you've got to have one foot in there, and put it up there. Put the little bit of the body movement with it, follow the ball. Got to follow the ball with it, okay? No. Get it higher, a little bit. Height with it. It's better. Get into the sidewall. You see, you're jerking with it like. Try to... That's better. That's better. Thank you, Pamela. Now, John is going to demonstrate the return of serve. But before we do that, let us remind ourselves the points to remember. The serve. Playing the ball nice and deep into the sidewall. Return to the tee. Keeping the eye on the ball. Now, John, return of serve.
Well, thank you for telling us all about the serve, Hiddy. As you have learned from Hiddy, the server goes to the tee after serving. So a good return of serve has got to get that server away from that tee position. And generally, the most effective way of doing this is playing a shot straight down the line, deep to a good length.
Positioning for the return of serve is vital. If you start too far back, you can be caught by the serve aimed for the back corner. By standing in the middle of the back quarter, you will cut off these serves. Ideally, you want to volley the serve, probably to a length down the wall. To enable you to get into position early and judge the length and width of the serve, watch the ball from your opponent's hand.
Very good serve from Hiddy there. The ball coming very deep, too high for me to volley, dropping nicely into the corner, forcing me into the post, and he's on the attack straight away. There was little I could do about that. It was a very good serve. Not such a good serve, angled in a little bit early, giving me plenty of time to get into position to drive it down the wall. Appalling serve, appalling return. Right, quite an easy serve to receive that one. Coming straight across, not angled into the wall. I really had quite a few options to play it. Decided that I played a few straight. He was coming across to anticipating them, to cut them off, so I decided that time to go cross-court and caught him slightly off balance. Okay, good serve, a good return. Safe serve, safe return. I was nearly in trouble then. I'd let the ball go into that back corner where the ball's more likely to die. I should have taken it a bit earlier. I got away with it. That time, I stopped the ball getting to the back corner. Didn't have to volley that serve because I knew it was hit hard enough that it was going to come well off the back wall, so I had plenty of time to cope with it then. A well-angled serve, forcing me deep, forcing me into the post, putting him on the attack again. But at least I got it back, and I was still in the rally. Two from this side. A good serve by Hiddy, angled into the wall. I had to make sure I got into position early and had to play a safe shot tight down the wall. That time, Hiddy's serve didn't quite get into the wall. I was able to cut it off before and hit it deep across the court, getting it wide of Hiddy on the tee, taking him away from that area. Okay, your basic safe return of serve, straight back down the wall. Good serve by Hiddy, catching me unawares with the hard serve. I had to come back here and all I could do was boast. I was forced into that defensive position. He would have been onto the attack straight away. Good serving.
Played a hard serve on John by knowing he's a good volleyer, forced him to let the ball go into the back corner.
Right, now we're going to have the pupils demonstrating the serve, and particularly we're going to be looking at the return of serve. Right, Zarek, your turn to serve to Pam. Yes, there we have a very good serve. Pam is standing too far back in the court. Remember, that's where you want your opponents, in the two back corners. And if you stand there for receipt of serve, really the server should be very grateful and pin you back there straight away. And that's exactly what Zarek did, hitting a nice deep serve. So I'm going to try and get Pam to stand further up the court here. Okay, just really, Pam, you want to cover your feet over the service box like that. Okay? There. From this position, you should now be able to volley the same serve. Okay, Sarah? Good. Much better. From that position, Pam is able now to cut off the serve directed for there. So now Zarek should try and get a serve into the side wall. Good. Good anticipation. The serve not into that side wall yet. Good. Okay, fair enough. Perfect serve. Awkward one for Pam. I think she did the right thing because if she had left it, it would have died here. So she had to go forward and volley it. But remember, it's a new position for her, and with practice, she'll improve that position. Right, can we have Zarek now serving to Fiona on the other side? You stay over here, Pam. Okay? On this side. That's right. Again, an easy return for Fiona. She hit it back to the middle of the court, though. She should have hit it wider of Zarek, across the court to take him away from the tee. Right. Very good service there. Right in the nasty part, pulling Fiona across there. Not much she could have done there. I think I would have preferred to have waited for the ball to drop a bit, got into a position back here with my knees bent and taken the ball as it came down away from the wall, giving me a little bit of area away from the wall there. Good shot. Nice shot. Yes. Bad service, severely dealt with. And one point to look at it with both these young ladies is that they have watched the server serve the ball. Too many people, excuse me, Fiona, when receiving serve, stare at the front wall and aren't watching the server serve the ball. You have got to watch him serve. In that way, you'll learn to anticipate where the ball's coming. Thank you very much.
Okay, John. Could you remind us about important points of the return of serve?
Certainly. The first thing is adopt a good position. Watch the ball from the server's hand so you can get into position early to return the serve. If it's a good service, treat it with respect, play it to a length, either down the wall or cross court. If it's a bad serve, punish it. The secret really should be you want to vary your return of serve so your opponent can't anticipate what you're going to do every time.
And move him away from the tee.
That's what you're trying to do with the shots, that's right.
Well, John, that was today's recap.
Yes, well, as promised, Hiddy, we're now going to show our viewers the training tip for today. And I believe that you've actually got to get out of your chair and show us something that's going to improve the stamina and the ball control.
That's right, John. It's one of the shots I've trained for years, and it helped me a lot with my stamina and the ball control.
Okay, well, say no more.
Thanks, John.
Well, Hiddy, that looked very hard work.
Yes, John. It's one of the things, when you get into it, it's great fun.
Yes, I used to find, actually, when I was training, that that was the most beneficial of the exercises, because it gets you into all those good habits.
That's right.
Getting the racket back early, good footwork, eye on the ball, and really learning the angles of the court as well.
That's right. It's one of the shots, you have to move your opponent from one side to the other so you can get that practice with it.
But since it was such hard work, Hiddy, one thing that I have thought about is that there are probably a lot of new people starting squash, hopefully as a result of this program. And I'm just wondering, what sort of advice would you give them? Because squash is a very strenuous game, and they may be put off by thinking that, you know, starting off from fresh, that they haven't actually got the fitness to cope with it.
That's right, John. I've noticed a lot of people getting with that kind of problem, but there's no need to worry about it. The best thing is just go and take it easy. There's no need to go and play for first day for an hour and a half or two and feel sorry the next day. Just go and enjoy your game and build it up slow and steady. And that'll help you a lot. If you do it gradually, if you're trying to go mad about it, you will feel sorry the next day. Well,